Hello, my good people. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? How is everything where you are? Hope you're doing just fine. I'm doing just fine too. Remember, these are the Ramadan recipes with Ashuurah Mutale, and we were still covering talking about the mistakes that we usually do in Ramadan. What are these mistakes? Things that we take for granted, things that we don't think really matter, things we don't really think reduce our rewards, and yet in actual sense they do reduce our rewards so enormously. So what are these things? We ended up on point number 12. Hope you still remember, my dear ones. These are short episodes and worth watching. So point number 13 says missing out the golden chance of saying the dua at the time of breaking the fast. Oh, well, when I said this, some people are just wondering, is this really so significant? Is it really that good? Yes, it's really good. But, we get ourselves so busy doing so many other things. And when this opportunity, when this grand minute comes, we tend to forget about it. And yet remember, our beloved Prophet ﷺ said there are three types of prayers that are never being rejected by Allah. And one, that is a prayer from the parents, a prayer from a person who is fasting, and a prayer of a traveler. And this is derived from Al-Bayhaqi Sahih by Al-Albani. Yes, you can go into details about that and research more. I told you, when I give you a hint about something that you should seek or research about, please go there and find out more about what I'm talking to you about, or what I'm telling you. Okay, so please, that is a hint of how relevant that dua is. Please remember, let's endeavor, when iftar is here, give up on just all the things that you're doing. Sometimes we keep ourselves into cooking. When I get talking to the sisters, we get ourselves so busy into cooking that is keeping ourselves in the kitchen. Well, remember, this is a grand month. This is a month for harvesting. Let's endeavor to scoop ourselves the rewards. Let's endeavor to harvest the ripest fruits. And one of the category of prayer that is never rejected by Allah is that prayer of a person who has been fasting. So please, let's do ourselves a favor and do the necessary, and this is read the prayer. Okay, let's give up on the talking, on the freeze the cooking, and do the prayer fast. As soon as adhan starts calling, read the prayer and then break the fast. Hasten to break fast. Okay, so let's make sure that we don't forget that. Those are some of the mistakes that we take so lightly, that we do and think they don't matter. Well, yes, they do matter, and they do reduce our rewards so enormously. And remember, we wouldn't want any of our rewards to be reduced or redacted. Okay, well, let's just go to next point, and this is point number 13, and it says fasting but not praying. Subhanallah. How can you fast without praying? That is ridiculous. Please don't ridicule yourself and fast without praying. We all know that one of the major sins is when one doesn't pray. I mean, you're not submissive to your God. So how are you going to fast and then miss out praying? Come on. Okay, so when you fast and you're not praying, you are wasting your energy. There are no compensations for that. Yes. And we see in the book of Muslim, there is a hadith that says, our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, between a man and shirk and kufar, there stands giving up on his prayer. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. A'udhu bika min dhalik. May Allah protect us from going astray. Okay, so endeavor to fast as you endeavor to pray as you're fasting, please. Okay, There is no way you can fast and then not pray. The two go hand in hand. So please do your level best. In fact, all the deeds of a person, all the good deeds of a person doesn't pray are never acceptable. Remember, we all know that prayer is the key to Jannah. So please, let's not become lazy at ourselves. Okay, let's not become negligent. Okay, we still have another hadith from Bukhari, and it says, whoever does not pray after prayer, his good deeds will be notified. Subhanallah. Okay, so they're trying to give us the importance of these prayers. So please, let's not become reluctant. Let's not become negligent. Let's do the necessary in the right time while we still can. Let's get straight to the other point, and this says fasting and not wearing hijab. Remember, we're talking about the mistakes that we usually do in the month of Ramadan, things that reduce our reward so enormously. Okay, things that we take for granted, things that we don't consider as being that important, and yes, they are so important, and they are affecting us if we keep doing them. So please, if you get yourself a chance to know these things, try your level best and don't do these things, please. And I'm gonna request you for all my videos, please, simply like, comment, and share the video, because you will never know who else is going to watch this. People who don't have an idea of what it is, like we are making mistakes or not. Okay, so please, let's spread the word, let's inspire the ummah. Okay, and let's give an opportunity for other people who are so curious now about Islam. There are so many people out there who are so caught up in the middle of the road, and they want to know what Islam is all about. They want to revert to Islam, but they still can't have an idea of what the real picture about Islam is. My videos are doing it, please. So let's give them a chance to know more about Islam. Who knows? Allah does save those that Allah wants. Okay, so let's get to, yes, we're still talking about the point of fasting and not wearing hijab. SubhanAllah, someone is gonna go like, but fasting is all about the internal intention, what I intend to do and what I'm doing for my God. And what is it got to do with the external? Well, my beloved sister, remember that hijab is a no exceptional for any Muslim woman. Okay, for as long as you're a Muslim woman, you're entitled to wear hijab. This is a law. And well, for any Muslim woman who misses out wearing hijab and you go flaunting out what your mama gave you, your figure, your hips, your butts, those legs, this is not acceptable. This is one of the biggest sins. Well, if you didn't know that, I hear some people claim like I'm doing good and I have a clean heart and I'm kind and I'm helping out the needy. Please, that's not enough when it gets to the Muslim sisters. Do yourselves a favor. Let's do ourselves a favor and do the right thing, please. So that's not where you can fast. Well, the other thing is, not veiling does not nullify your fasting though, but it reduces enormously from your rewards. Who would want that? Then you thought you are, doing something really good, and then you get like you washed your cloth and then you have to throw it in. That was the call, sorry. And then you have to throw it in mud. That's not gonna work. Please do yourself a favor. I told you this is a month of harvest, and let's scoop ourselves the biggest rewards ever. And yes, we can. So simple things like this, please. Let's get doing the right things in the right time. Well, when I talk about veiling, doesn't necessarily mean you have to end it in Ramadan. That is the hijab. Please, this is the beginning point. I mean, this is an opportunity for you to begin upon something, and yes, you can do this right even after Ramadan. Okay, so let's just do ourselves a favor and get doing the right things in the right time. Well, let's get to the other point, and this is point number 16, and it says this is fasting for the wrong reasons. Someone is just wondering, but how can I possibly fast for the wrong reasons? Yes, sometimes we fast for the wrong reasons. That is mixing fasting and dieting. Yes. Well, if you get a little bit slimmer or lose any weight, well, that's an advantage of fasting, but please don't prioritize it. Okay, like bringing it on the front page, like, oh yes, let me fast. After all, I do have to lose some kgs. That's not correct. In fact, that's a big mistake, or else you could lose out your rewards, because after all, you're fat, or you want to lose some kgs, so you specifically go in for fasting, or into abstaining food and drink simply because you want to lose the kgs. That is fasting for the wrong reasons. Well, that is an advantage, but please don't prioritize it. Okay, prioritize things that are important, not prioritizing things that are not important, please. So keep that at the back way. Okay, keep it at the back and don't even think about it. Well, it will come as a by the way. What you should keep in mind is to fast for the wrong reasons. That is to worship Allah, to obey Allah, to do good things that Allah wants you to do, and not to think of the other. Those are just the advantages of fasting, but please keep it at the back. Okay, well, let's get to another point, and this is our last point today, and this is fighting over number of rakats in Tarawih. Well, many people are doing or making this mistake, and they keep thinking about and they keep arguing about the different or the number of rakats in Tarawih. This is not right, because for 8 or 12 rakats is okay. I mean, we should not even keep thinking about those. I mean, it's all about concentrating into in the prayer. I mean, just keep yourself concentrated into the prayer. Okay, so because remember, we're trying to please Allah. Okay, to do what Allah wants us to do. So let's not get arguing over small things, because if you pray Tarawih in the right way, Allah will reward you for even the smallest rakats. Okay, like 2 rakats. So please, let this not become an issue. Like some other people have to shift from other mosques and go to other mosques simply because they think these people are praying wrongly, or simply because they think these people are praying a lesser rakats. Come on, whether you're praying lesser rakats or more rakats, please, all the rewards are from Allah, and all that we should concentrate on is praying to Allah and handling everything to Him, for He is the Almighty Allah Tabarak Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the God of heaven and earth, earthly and heavenly controller, the ruler, the overall, the absolute, the provider. SubhanAllah, we're talking about the fairest judge, the only one God who gives the very best of everything without consultation or being rewarded. We are talking about Allah Tabarak Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Before I leave for today, I do have a food for thought, and this is a note to self. And what do we have today? Don't you be a servant to Ramadan, but rather be a servant to Allah, and so keep consistent in doing good things even after Ramadan. My dear ones, don't be a servant to Ramadan, but be a servant to Allah Tabarak Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And so when you are so much conscious of being a servant of Allah Tabarak Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, that means you still, and yes, you're going to be consistent in doing good things even after Ramadan. Please contemplate on that. Think about it deeper. How best can you do it for yourself? Yes, we really can. That is all about you deciding what is good and what is bad for you. Okay, so take good care of yourself. That has been it for today. I'm sorry, yeah, for these our remaining episodes are never going to be live because I do have some other things to take good care of. I mean, to yes, to take care of. And please allow me. All that matters is the presentation. Simply like this video, share the video, or comment. Take good care of yourselves. See you tomorrow for another presentation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.